From the start of The Godfather Part 2, Coppola masterfully manipulates the audience's suspicions. Through a series of meetings that Michael has during the communion party, Coppola plants seeds of doubt about multiple characters, leading us to suspect that nearly anyone could be behind the attempt on his life. Frank Pentangeli's meeting with Michael is fraught with tension. Pentangeli is visibly upset about Michael's dealings with Hyman Roth and his refusal to take action against the Rosato brothers. His frustration is palpable, and his outburst about loyalty, his passionate accusations and wounded pride, makes him appear as a plausible suspect for a retaliation. Connie's return is an emotional confrontation. She seeks Michael's approval for her reckless lifestyle and new marriage, but her desperation and defiance make her a wild card. Michael's cold rejection of her choices, and insistence on control, further strain their relationship. While Connie's motivations may seem more personal than strategic, her emotional volatility, and visible resentment toward Michael, makes us remember her last scene in Part 1, and to think if she be complicit in an act of revenge, or if she could be vulnerable enough to be manipulated by others to betray him. Senator Geary's antagonistic meeting with Michael is filled with venom and disdain. His open hostility, his refusal to respect Michael, his arrogance, and his moral hypocrisy, leave the impression that he would have no qualms about attacking Michael either directly or through proxies. Johnny Ola's meeting with Michael is the one encounter that seems entirely pleasant. Ola brings greetings from Hyman Roth, and discusses business in a cordial tone. Unlike the other meetings, there is no overt tension or conflict. This disarms the audience, making Johnny Ola appear as an ally in a neutral party. However, although the oranges in Part 1 were used for aesthetics with the colors, in this second part, they are used in a more conscious way, as they are introduced by Ola himself when he arrives, carried by Rocco's hands, stating that is an orange that comes from Miami, where Roth is. Coppola's brilliance lies in how he uses the meetings to misdirect the audience, while opens new plots. Each meeting before the attack feels like a potential spark for violence. All create plausible motives. But the real culprits are presented in such an understated and agreeable way that their culpability is masked. This mirrors the irony of Michael's own paranoia, as he struggles to discern friends from foes in an underworld of distrust and betrayal. The attack on Michael, and its eventual resolution, only reinforces the central tragedy of his character. The more he tightens his grip to protect himself and his family, the more isolated and vulnerable he becomes.